obeys the order, legal, lawful orders of the president, but it is not the president's militia. And Washington, I wrote about this just before Election Day last year. Washington really worried about that. He really worried about what happens when you have an army, that is just waiting for a Caesar. And I think Trump has just decided that, everything, because this is how he thinks of the presidency. Everything in America belongs to the president. The White House, mine.
Yes.
Artifacts from the Eisenhower Museum, mine. Executive department's mine, mine, all of it. And that the army belongs to him. And now he's going to use that army to extend his power to prevent people. I can't believe I'm saying this because it sounds like such a conspiracy theory, but I think still a big part of this is about deflecting attention away from Epstein and
I think
Congress potentially losing in the midterms. And, you're worried, I'm worried.
I think you're 100% right. And I also think when you said he thinks he owns the military, I think he thinks he owns America. I believe that someone needs to give them a civics lesson, all of the folks who are there in Washington, because they think that the American people and the press work for them when it's the other way around. These people are public servants and they work for the American people, and Donald Trump lives in public housing. Somehow they have forgotten that, and I'm not sure how to correct it.
I'm not either, because no one stops him. I mean, he's tearing apart the White House, literally, covering it in glitz and gold, and building himself a ballroom where he can hold court like the northern equivalent of Mar-a-Lago. And I mean, he held the Republican convention there the last time he was president, which of course is against the law. It's a violation.
I've forgotten about that.
Of course, the president.
The big monitors on the lawn.
The president is not subject to the Hatch Act, but everybody else that was standing around is. And you can't use, as you put it, public housing. You can't use government property for political aims. But Trump doesn't care about any of that stuff. And it's one thing to kind of roll your eyes and say, well, when he's gone, we can tear up this stupid ballroom and put the Rose Garden back and sort of restore the buildings to normal. We're not going to be able to restore the army to normal, especially if he starts firing people and replacing them with